What if humans disappeared for 1 week? Imagine a world where, in an instant, every single human being simply vanished. No goodbyes, no trace, just an abrupt, complete absence. The bustling cities, the quiet towns, the remote outposts, all suddenly empty. This isn't a story of apocalypse or invasion, but a thought experiment. What would happen if the most dominant species on Earth simply ceased to be? How quickly would our planet respond to our sudden departure? The immediate impact would be an overwhelming silence, a profound stillness where human activity once roared. Our core question today is this: how fast would Earth begin to change without us? Within the first hour of humanity's disappearance, the world would plunge into widespread chaos. Systems designed for constant human oversight would begin to unravel. The intricate dance of modern civilization would grind to an immediate halt. Transportation networks would be the first to falter. Planes, left without pilots, would eventually run out of fuel and fall from the sky. Cars, driverless, would coast to a stop or collide, their engines dying. Trains would halt on their tracks, and massive cargo ships would drift aimlessly across the oceans. Urban centers would become frozen tableau. Traffic lights would continue their programmed cycles, now utterly useless. Elevators would be stuck between floors, and buildings would stand as silent monuments to a vanished presence. For the first time in millennia, the planet would experience a profound, unprecedented silence. The constant hum of human life, the distant sirens, the chatter of voices, all would be gone, replaced by an eerie quiet. As the first day draws to a close, the intricate web of our power grids would begin its inevitable collapse. Without human monitoring and intervention, the delicate balance of supply and demand would shatter. Most power plants designed for human operation would automatically shut down. Cities that once blazed with light would plunge into darkness. The glow of urban centers visible from space would extinguish one by one. This widespread power failure would mark the true beginning of Earth's reclamation. Yet, even in this initial darkness, nature would begin its tentative return. Animals accustomed to human presence but now finding only emptiness would start to explore. Birds would venture into quiet streets, dogs would roam free, and even monkeys in some regions would cautiously enter deserted buildings. By the second day, nature's initial movements would gain momentum. Wild animals, sensing the absence of their greatest predator, would begin to reclaim territories they once avoided. Deer might wander into suburban gardens, and coyotes could be seen patrolling city parks. A more subtle yet profound change would be occurring in the atmosphere. With factories silent and vehicles still, air pollution would drop dramatically in major cities. The skies would begin to clear, revealing stars once obscured by urban haze. Beneath the waves, the oceans would also experience a significant shift. The constant noise pollution from ships and sonar would disappear. This newfound calm would aid marine communication, allowing whales and dolphins to navigate and interact with greater ease. As the third day dawns, the systemic breakdown of human infrastructure would accelerate. Machines requiring constant supervision and maintenance would begin to fail in spectacular and dangerous ways. The very tools we built to control our environment would become hazards. Some nuclear power plants designed with fail-safes but still requiring human oversight for long-term cooling would face critical risks. Without maintenance, cooling systems could falter, leading to potential meltdowns and widespread environmental contamination. Beyond nuclear facilities, other environmental hazards would emerge. Chemical plants, left unattended, could suffer leaks. Oil refineries might experience spills, and unattended electrical faults could spark fires, spreading unchecked through urban landscapes. By day 4, the ecological balance would be visibly shifting. Animals that thrived on human waste and infrastructure, like rats and pigeons, would see their populations begin to decline without their primary food source. Conversely, wild animals would continue to thrive and expand their ranges. The relentless advance of vegetation would become more apparent. Tiny cracks in sidewalks and roads would become footholds for grass and weeds. Roots, seeking moisture and nutrients, would begin to lift concrete slabs and buckle asphalt. Urban spaces would start their slow transformation into green zones. Plants would reclaim concrete, climbing walls and pushing through pavement. Birds, finding undisturbed shelter, would begin to nest in the eaves of deserted buildings and the branches of street trees. As the week progresses into days 5 and 6, the transformation of human spaces would be stark. Cities would be entirely dark, their backup generators having long since run out of fuel or failed. The only light would come from the moon and stars, illuminating silent, empty canyons of steel and glass. Structural decay would accelerate under the elements. Mold would spread across interior surfaces. Wood would begin to rot from moisture, and glass panes, weakened by temperature fluctuations, would crack and shatter. Buildings would slowly begin their return to the earth. Wild animals, now completely unafraid, would explore these silent cities. Foxes might hunt in deserted parks. Bears could wander through empty suburbs, and even moose might be seen grazing on overgrown lawns. The urban landscape would become a new wilderness. Out in the vast oceans, the calm would deepen. Marine life, freed from the constant pressure of human activity and overfishing, would begin a rapid recovery. Fishing boats, left to drift, would become artificial reefs, slowly sinking as new ecosystems formed around them. By the end of the first week, the Earth would have taken a deep, cleansing breath. Significant healing of the environment would be evident across the globe. The air would be cleaner, the water clearer, and the silence profound. Skies would be pristine, offering unobstructed views of the cosmos. Animals would explore freely, their natural instincts unhindered by human presence. Rivers, once choked with pollution, would run cleaner, their waters teeming with renewed life. Our cities and machines would remain, but as silent monuments. They would stand as stark reminders of a vanished civilization, slowly being consumed by the very nature they once sought to control. The world would be wilder, greener, and undeniably quieter. This hypothetical week offers a powerful glimpse into a world without us. A quieter, greener, wilder place. It forces us to reflect on our impact, both destructive and constructive, on this planet. What would happen if we were gone for a month, a year, a century? The long-term implications are even more profound. This thought experiment challenges us to consider humanity's true role. Are we an unavoidable problem for the planet, or can we become its most dedicated caretaker? The speed at which Earth begins to reclaim itself is a testament to its resilience. What are your thoughts on this scenario? Do you believe nature would recover even faster, or would our legacy of pollution linger longer? Share your insights in the comments below. If this journey into the hypothetical sparked your curiosity, please like this video and subscribe for more thought-provoking explorations.